The companies that comprise the Celina Insurance Group are the National Mutual Insurance Company, the Celina Mutual Insurance Company, Miami Mutual Insurance Company, and West Virginia Farmers Mutual Insurance Company. Together they comprise the Celina Insurance Group. We are a mutual insurance organization. That is, we're not a public company. We have no shareholders. We are, in a sense, owned by our policyholders. And because we're not a public company, we don't have to respond to quarterly earnings calls by securities analysts in New York and Chicago. We can take a longer-term view of the business. And I like that because you don't have to live quarter to quarter. You can take a long-term view. You can plan on a long-term basis. As I said, I think we're going to be producing food in this country, for a long, long time. And as farms have gotten bigger, to be sure, at least in our area, there's still a lot of family farms that are incorporated, but they're big. And the values are in the millions or even tens of millions. When you add up all the property and the buildings and the machinery, my gosh, some of these combines and tractors that can practically, well, they do run themselves in some cases, but they're expensive. And if one of those things catches fire, the farmer probably has transferred that risk to a company like Celina, so we would make him whole and try to get him back on his feet. As a matter of fact, we supply replacement vehicles, just like we would for our automobile policyholders that have some misfortune. We give them rental cars, and we provide for that. We do the same thing for farmers who have lost machinery due to some sort of natural catastrophe, whether it's hail or wind or collapse of snow and ice or fire. We provide property coverage and we provide liability coverage. And it's amazing some of the things that can happen on a farm. I mean, your viewers have probably seen or experienced it. We've had cows get loose, and while we don't insure the actual animals against mortality, if they get loose and run into Farmer Brown's field next door, and then they go on down to Farmer Jones's field, and then they get wild and they start tearing things up and they ruin their neighbors' crops, well, there's a value attached to those crops, and we would pay for that. The same way with overspraying of weed spray. If the wind starts to blow and a farmer's out spraying and that overspray gets into a neighbor's crop and destroys it or partially destroys it, we pay for that because our guy's liable legally. And so we insure against those things. And the whole principle of insurance is transfer of risk. Unless a person is independently wealthy, which very few of us are, you want to be able, in the event of a calamity, to have had that risk transferred to someone else, the insurance company, and that's where we come in. It's our money behind the policies that our agents sell. A policy of insurance is a contract, and the language of that contract, in return for premium dollars that we take in, we promise to compensate the policyholder for the perils that are enumerated in their insurance policies. So what we're really selling is a promise. And when catastrophe strikes and folks' lives and emotions are upset, it's important. It's already a negative experience, but it's important that we, the Celina Insurance Group, respond quickly and courteously, promptly, with a little milk of human kindness, and try to help people get back on their feet as soon as possible. We really put a lot of emphasis on the claims process and on claims handling, and in reassuring people, helping them understand what the process is going to be. We really do take it very, very seriously, and we get very high marks from our agents and our policyholders in the 6 states in which we operate in the way we handle claims. And that's not by accident. That is by design and day in, day out focus on our customers. As society changes, as the nature of risk changes, the Celina Insurance Group has got to be on its toes. We've got to keep our eyes and ears open. We've got to be vigilant. We have to read things. We have to watch things. And we have to get out of our chairs and get out of the office and get out into the field and see what's going on and hear what's going on. I recall a musical from the 1960s called The Music Man. And one of the theme songs in that musical was, "You gotta know the territory." And we have got to know the territory, and I promote that constantly. We've got to know the territory, and we've got to get out and see what's going on in society. And my vision for the future is, I think we need to be, and for many reasons want to be, a major player in the farm and agribusiness insurance arena. The insurance business is competitive. There are a lot of companies that underwrite automobile and homeowner policies, and we do those things for sure, but we also do churches and business enterprises. We are among the top 50 farm insurers based on size in the whole country. And of course, our goal is not to be big, it's to be good. As things change in society, like the advent of driverless vehicles and maybe some other technologies that make it a little more difficult to compete, I think we're going to have 3 things that'll exist in this country, at least I hope so. We're going to have a banking system, and we're going to have an insurance system, and we're going to produce food. And I'd like to be right there with those folks that are producing food, both for farm use, animals, and for people, medicines, and the many uses that agricultural products are grown for. So I think we can be a major player. We're good at it. Every single person in our farm department has some connection to farming, and many of them are active farmers along with their families. Tyler Stover from the Rockford area is the director of our farm unit, and we're going great guns. We really are. It's the kind of thing that makes you feel good, because in many ways, while we never left our roots, we're now a lot more serious about it. When I say roots, I'm talking about the genesis of this company, as well as the roots of corn and soybeans and oats and hay and wheat that go down deep into the ground. So we're very optimistic about our future. We've been around now for 106 years. I'd like to think we'll be around for a few more. But I think you're going to see us continue our foray and our expertise into farm and agribusiness insurance. Well, if you are a current Celina Insurance Group policyholder, thank you very much for your business. We have a number of policyholders who have been with us for a long time, some more than 50 years. So thank you for your business. If you're not a Celina Insurance Group customer, we have independent agents all over the place, and you can find them in the phone book, or you can go to our website, which is www.celinainsurance.com, or you can call me personally. I answer my own phone, and my direct line is 419-586-8225. And thank you.
Our farm department is committed to providing ag professionals the products, coverages, and peace of mind needed to run a successful operation. With our home office located in the heart of farm country, many of us have first-hand experience when it comes to farming, and we know how to take out the risk. Under one policy, we can provide total protection of your investment, from your home and barns to your equipment and livestock. Come join us and experience the Celina difference.